I've been a beauty consultant for over 23 years. And when it comes to makeup application, the area that I get the most questions about would be the eye area. How do I apply eyeshadow? What colors look best on me? So, we're going to talk about that today. I've boiled it down and I've got 12 tips for perfect eyeshadow just for you. I'm Michelle Fox from Michelle Fox Beauty and Michelle Fox Online. And today we're going to talk about something that lots and lots of people have questions over, and that is eyeshadow. Tip number one is to always apply a base color on your eyes, just like you do the rest of your face, your foundation shade. If your primer doesn't have color to it, you can use concealer. It's going to give you a nice, even palette. Another option would be a cream eye color that's in whatever nude shade would work for you. The second tip is to highlight along the brow bone with your lightest shade. It's going to draw attention to the brow bone and give your eyes some lift. It's very flattering, particularly if you have taken the time to sculpt your eyebrows. You want to accentuate that. Tip number three is to use your medium shade, your mid tone, the middle of the road shade in the crease and slightly above. You may have to adjust that over time. Our eyes start to droop, or you may not see your crease as readily. So you're going to have to create a crease by going a little higher. However, you have to do it. We're using that middle mid-tone shade, the medium shade, and then take your darkest shade as a V in the outer corner. That's your accent or your contour shade. You can create a V or an arrowhead, sideways V, I guess. Arrowhead, the point that is sort of giving your eye some lift and bringing it out, so it's making it look a little bit longer and lifted. That takes a little bit of practice, but it's worth it. You can also apply a light shimmery shadow in the inner corner of your eye near your tear duct. Just use a very tiny brush, small head, dip it into your shimmery shadow and just dab it into that tear duct area. And it is amazing how much that brightens your eyes. It's really, really pretty and it looks very professional. If you have blue eyes, you want to think about the color chart. Blue is across from orange. So things that are coppery or gold or any, in the warm brown family are going to look really, really beautiful. But some other options are purple, violet, taupe, gray, deep blue, and even black. Sometimes we want to go with something fun and funky, and colors that would look great for you would be fuchsia, turquoise, and silver. We're going to talk about silver in a moment because that actually works for more than just blue eyed people. Tip number five, if you have green or hazel eyes, you want to wear purple, plum, forest green, brown, and khaki. So again, across the color wheel from green is purple. So purples, all shades of purple are going to be extremely flattering, but you can also play off the green and do a khaki or a forest green. Funky colors for you would be a bright light green, gold, or a bright purple. If you have brown eyes, believe it or not, brown eyed girls can wear just about anything. Brown is basically a neutral eye color. You look great in champagne, copper, brown, apricot, khaki, and beige, which all sound kind of blah, but they make a very pretty palette. When you pick two or three of those colors and put them together, it just gives your eyes a lot of dimension. And if you wanted to try something funky and different, you could try royal blue, tangerine, or hot pink. Tip number eight, colors that anyone can wear include navy, light blue, and charcoal. Charcoal is sort of a silvery black. And a fun color that works well for everyone is silver. So if you want to add some sparkle or shimmer for the holidays or an evening look, try adding a little bit of silver, maybe over top of the rest of your colors. Tip number nine, if you want your eyes to appear larger, you want to use a light color on the inner corner and a darker shade in the middle of the eyelid. It's going to just elongate and make the space between your eyes seem wider, which in effect is going to, make the whole eye area seem bigger. Tip number 10, if you want dramatic eyes, take your eyeshadow brush, dip it in water, and then in the shadow. It's going to give it a deeper color, a richer color, and it has just a different finish to it. So almost a matte finish, but it's very velvety looking. And if it's too much, you can always take a blending brush and brush over it to kind of soften the look. But no matter what, you want to make sure that you're cleaning your brush when you're done. Tip number 11, which should be tip one, two, three, four, five, all the way up to 12, is to blend. Most of the time, if your eyeshadow doesn't look right, it's a blending problem. And either you didn't blend enough or you're misunderstanding what blending means. Blending is not smudging and smearing or mixing. Blending is sort of feathering the edges where two colors meet so that they melt into each other. You want it to be like a sunset where there's not, super sharp lines where each color is defined, but it just blends one into the other in a very soft and natural way. That's what blending should be doing for you. You need to have a blending brush to accomplish this, and you need to practice. And number 12 is indeed practice, practice, practice. There is both art and science to this. You have to learn the technique, but you also have to figure out what flatters you or what you prefer and find the colors that work for you. But it's not probably going to be perfect the very first time you try it. You're going to have to do it over and over, but you will get the hang of it. You will find your look, your signature look, and it will be worth the time that you've invested. So I have a handout that lists all 12 tips so that you can have that information right in front of you at all times. And within the freebie itself are a few clickable links where you can request samples or go shopping. I'm doing a special for a limited time right now where if you purchase 4 eyeshadows that you get a petite palette as a free gift. If you want more information about that, you can send me an email to Michelle at michellefoxonline.com. If you've got some tips that I didn't mention, go ahead and let me know in the comments, or if one of these surprised you, or if you have questions about any of them, I would love to hear that. We can continue the dialogue. I always respond personally to all of my comments, both on YouTube and my blog. If you haven't subscribed to Michelle Fox Beauty on YouTube, I surely hope you do. And if you're watching me on Facebook, I would love it if you could like and follow Michelle Fox Beauty Over 40, which is my Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed these 12 tips. I'll be back next week with more suggestions for mature beauty. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you then.